I don't know. I don't know. That used to be quite a scary term for me at various points in my life. I think back to school, and yes, I do remember some of my school. I've got a great memory. When I think back to my time in school, there was really a negative social connotation towards saying, I don't know, because your pals would be kind of like, he's thick, he's dumb, he's stupid, whatever that looks like. And you don't want to look like that. There's social pressure involved in that. And that kind of doesn't really go away for some people as they lean in to adult life. Many, many times, certainly in my coaching practice and in my professional experience, there have been times where conversations have either went in a different direction, diverged completely from where they were supposed to be going in the first place, or stopped dead because someone in the room doesn't want to say, I don't know. Now, the reason for that could be plentiful, and I don't know, or I didn't know, certainly on many occasions, what that looked like. But just the safety, the ability to be able to safely say, I actually don't know what that looks like, and not have someone else say, you should know that. You've been doing this job for X amount of time, or that's your responsibility to be able to know that. And it could be a safety issue. It could be a literal lack of confidence issue. It could be some sort of pride, whatever it looks like. But this week, I am very, very, very grateful for my ability to say, when I don't know, I don't know. I actually don't know that. And even if I get an eyebrow raise, or I get an eye roll, or some sort of maybe negative reaction that could possibly be a trigger for me. Certainly for younger Gary, it might have been. For this learned, educated version of Gary, nope, nope, he doesn't mind about that. I don't mind saying, I don't know. I don't know. And you see the amount of freedom that that brings. See the expansive conversations that you can have after that. I mean, yes, there might be a wee bump in the road in the beginning where someone goes, why don't you know that? I know that I should know that. I just don't. Or I might have forgotten. Or, oh, that's what we're calling that now. I didn't realize we changed the name. But when you start to say, I don't know, you're unlocking the door for future progressive conversations. Someone is able then to say, okay, right, you don't know. We'll talk about this later in terms of, I thought you did know that and you don't. But in order for us to move forward from this point forward, here is what you need to know about that thing. Is there anything that's unclear there? Is there any other support I can give you? Rather than the alternative where you sit there, you're not your best self, you're completely distracted, you're inside your own head, and then afterwards you have to scramble to try and find out that information rather than just saying, I don't know. I don't know what that is. Can you tell me what that acronym means, please? Can you tell me why that date is important? Can you tell me why that's a risk? That doesn't seem so risky for me. Can you tell me why this is such a big deal? Can you tell me why we don't care about this anymore? Because I don't know. I don't know those things. And invariably, most times, not all, but most times, when I say I don't know, you then look around the room and you have a whole bunch of people nodding, saying, I thought it was just me. No, not that I'm a champion for the people or anything like that. I'm just curious. And if I don't know, it's almost like a badge of honor for me to say, I don't know. And I'm going to do everything I can to find out, starting right now by raising my hand and saying, I don't know. What are you thankful for this week?